Hey!
Hey, look it!
Boobs.
All right, let's say hi to people. Hello, Susan.
Hey.
Hey, Mikey, what's up?
I'm wearing the same shirt again. I don't care.
I am not.
I like this death shirt. Scream bloody gore.
Good fucking album.
Yes.
All right, hi, Calvin, as
Hey,
well.
everybody.
Wait, I see that Calvin.
Hey.
What's up, Jennifer? How is your leg?
Oh, yeah. I forgot she had pins and all that stuff taken out. Oh, yeah. That was brutal. I saw those photos. That was pretty gnarly.
She hurt her foot the same day I sprained my ankle. Or she broke her ankle. Smashed it.
That sucks so much.
And I was like, ow, my ankle. And then I saw that and I was like, oh. I can't complain.
Yep.
Hand boobies!
Hand boobs.
Hello. It's okay. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be wonderful. By the way, guys, hold on.
What?
Look at.
I can't look.
It's a tiny little bumblebee. Oh. All right. So welcome to part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2
That's a good movie. Hot Shots Part 2.
That's a good movie. Randall Woodfield.
The shoot 'em up scene where they're like, "This is more brutal than RoboCop," and then he runs out of bullets, and there's like a big old barrel of bullets. He just throws them at the terrorists and everything. It's so good.
So I guess let's start with under the fair use. Another author may make limited use of the original author's work without asking permission pursuant to 17 U.S. Code 107. Certain use of the copyrighted material for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, including multiple copies for classroom use, scholarship, or research is not an infringement of copyright. I am out of breath because I'm still fucking sick.
Yeah.
And let's go with lots of trigger warnings, guys.
I'm feeling better, though.
I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm just sick as shit right now. But I had chicken nuggies.
I will say this. I actually, honestly, completely quitting drinking. I actually feel a million times better. It literally got to the point to where it was just a freaking habit with me. And I'm glad. I was like, nah, time to be done.
And warning, the related content may be disturbing to some individuals. Viewer discretion is advised. Lord, I hope we can get through this one without going into tangent land. Never.
No, we got to...
Never. I mean, look at behind me.
We got to fill space.
Bella Lugosi is judging you right now for saying that. Do you see him?
What I'm doing now, I'm actually doing the eyes. I don't know. Bela Lugosi does the best stink eyes ever. I mean, seriously, that's all Dracula's eyes are, is stink eyes.
Wait, look behind us, a Joker too. Vote for me or I'll kill you.
Was playing Diablo Immortal on my phone. Corbin!
Hi, Lucas. How are you?
Hi, Lucas.
What's up, Corbin?
What's up, man?
How are you? By the way, I saw the Hail Santa sweaters, and I must have. I gotta find them.
Mom and Dad Save the World, or no, it wasn't that one. Which one was it that had John Ritter in it? And he was obsessed with TV. And then he goes and the devil brings him and his wife into the TV. And they go through all the different channels. But at the end, they go to like a parody of Wayne's World where it's Dwayne's Underworld. And he's all tied up. And it's like, he kept saying, he's all, can you read, you had to read out what it was. It was an eye. It was like satin cloth. And then it was a worship or it was I worship satin. I freaking love that movie.
I like the Hail Satin from the one movie where they were at like they used to work they were working at like a theme park.
Your pretty face is going to hell. Remember that? Who's
Hail
Stan? Who's Stan?
There was a little A.
Otherwise,
what's up? Otherwise, how are you?
How are you guys doing tonight?
Oh god, sorry, I'm like super stuffy. I don't even have my septum ring going because that shit hurts right now. But I got a bumblebee. I
gotta take meds after this too.
Look at bumblebee.
Bumblebee tuna. Hi, Melissa. Tonight's gonna be packed full of movie quotes.
All right, so last night we left off at the later murders.
The later murders.
So on February 3rd, 1981, the bodies of Donna.
Sorry, Alan. Gotta say hi to Alan.
Sorry about that. Let's start over again. On February 3rd, 1981, the bodies of Donna Eckerd, age 31, and her 14-year-old daughter were found together in a bed in their home in Mountain Gate, California, north of Redding.
Oh, forgot to say, we are doing this is part 2 of Randy Woodfield. Hollywood
Tourette syndrome. We do it all the time.
I am so full of pop fiction knowledge and stuff like that it's not even funny.
We're good. He's getting over being sick. I'm sick, but alive, different kind of sick. So
I got put on I forgot to say yesterday, I got put on very light blood pressure medicine.
Story time, my favorite.
Oh yeah. No, I got put on. I forgot to say last night. I also, after my kidney infection, they found that I have slightly higher blood pressure. So they're like, here's a very minuscule blood pressure med that I have to take nightly now.
Yeah,
but that's not the reason why I gave up drinking.
Hold on.
I'm not a quitter. I'm just kidding.
Bela Lugosi's staring at us.
Bela Lugosi is dead. Did you guys know that? We're going right back into this. Bela Lugosi is dead.
Goff Freebird.
All right. Back to Randy Woodfield.
Wait. There you go.
Yep.
Let's go back to this. So again, Donna Eckert and her 14-year-old daughter were found together in a bed in their home in Mountain Gate, which is just north of Redding and here in California. Each had been shot several times in the head. Forensic tests showed that the girl had also been sexually assaulted. The same day in Redding, a female store clerk was kidnapped and raped in a holdup. An identical crime was reported in Eureka on February 4th.
Eureka.
That was supposed to be Eureka, and they spelled it wrong.
How did they spell it? Where are you at? I missed the notes. They did. It's supposed to be E-U-R.
Like Eureka, I found it. With the same man robbing an Ashland, Oregon motel that night. God, he was fast.
I want to say he actually did make it as far as actually he did go down as far as Redding.
That's what I just said.
Oh, you did just say that. I'm sorry.
Wow. Wow. So 5 days later in Corvallis, a man matching the I5bandit's description held up a fabric store, molesting the clerk and her customer before he left. On February 12, 1981, robberies committed by a man matching the I5bandit description occurred in Vancouver, Olympia, and Bellevue, Washington. The Olympia and Bellevue incidents include 3 sexual assaults.
Yeah, he was pretty busy. He was actually pretty busy for the short time that he was active.
Undead. He is Bajo Seto. So, for the record, let's bring this back up because I couldn't stop laughing at it last time.
Susan's comment.
I know.
Christian death right there. Look at that. I still freaking love that one. Oh, what was his name from Christian Death? What was the original lead singer? I know he killed himself.
Hey, William!
Hi, William!
Scary, glad I don't live in California anymore. Yeah, this wasn't just California.
Oh, no. This was actually, this was Oregon. This is where he was based in Oregon.
And he also did some stuff while he was in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Cheesehead.
Yep. He was a Green Bay Packer.
So
we mentioned that last night. He was part of the NFL.
Mm-hmm. My B went crooked.
Uh-oh. Roz Williams. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you. So I just want to show you guys. These are the many descriptions of the same damn guy.
If you look at the bridge of the nose, they actually got that right on all of them.
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part, they
except
get the nose right.
Francois.
Okay. And then you have the medieval knight in the bottom
the one
center.
in the middle next to Francois. And the one right here looks like a dude I went to high school with. That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But that jawline on Francois and the one next to that dude.
Francois.
Meg.
Francois.
The Renaissance slasher.
All right, let's get this over. Let's get this finished.
Hey, we had to.
I know.
He looks like Andre Agassi.
He does.
So I guess for the record, this is what he actually looked like.
No, but look at the nose. They actually did get the nose right there, and the jawline. So.
Again, I'm really digging the mustache in this one. So, sorry, I'm getting out of breath. I'm really, Anywho, upon an impending visit to Portland, Woodfield planned a Valentine's Day party at the city's downtown Marriott Hotel, inviting friends and acquaintances from college. After no guests came, he drove to Beaverton, home of 18-year-old Julie Rates, whom he had met while working as a bouncer at the Faucet, a bar in Portland. The 70s. They was still 18 to get in a bar.
Mm-hmm. I think they changed the drinking age actually in the 70s to 21.
Yeah. He arrived at her home at 2 a.m. on February 15th. Around 4 a.m., he raped her and then shot her in the head, killing her immediately. Police investigating the scene determined that she had a glass of wine with her attacker and had also began to prepare some coffee A packet of instant coffee was discovered on the kitchen counter, and the water in the kettle had been left completely boiled away.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get to his arrest and trials. By February 28th, the investigation was now focused on Woodfield. Now, if you remember what we were talking about earlier, he had actually been a suspect in probably 3 or 4, and they didn't have the proof because he's one of those rare people like Chikatilo whose semen and blood type did not match.
I always forget Chikatilo's name when I just referred to him as a Rostov.
Yeah.
Now I forgot the city that he was it Rostov?
Rostov Ripper?
Yeah, the Rostov Ripper. That's such a fucking cool name.
Thank
I'm sorry.
you!
The Rostov Ripper would be great.
Although you're probably talking about
Are you talking about death or hand titties? Either way, they're both cool shirts. No, the Rostov Ripper. I'm sorry, that is such a cool freaking name for a serial killer. It really is. It would be a great freaking death metal band name too. Like no joke. Even I would dare say grindcore. I'm not a big fan of grindcore, but
it's all name. Good.
Hi, Stephen P. Kitty Cat.
Thank you so much, guys, for sharing.
Yay! Thank you, Melissa.
Excuse me. Woo. So by February 28th, the investigation was now focused on him. But by then, the I5bandit had struck 3 more times in Eugene on February 18th and 21st. And with another sexual assault in Corvallis on February 25th. Detectives in Marion County assembled a call log showing Woodfield had placed calls via calling card at payphones near the murder sites around the times that they were committed. So on March 5th, 1981, Woodfield was brought into the Salem Police Department for an interrogation after Lisa Garcia positively identified him in a photo lineup. His apartment in Springfield, Oregon, was subsequently searched 2 days later by warrant. Inside, law enforcement discovered a spent .32 shell casing inside a racquetball bag, as well as a roll of tape that matched the tape found on the victims. On March 7th, Woodfield was taken into custody after being positively identified by several Oregon robbery victims. On March 16th, indictments for murder, rape, sodomy, attempted kidnapping, armed robbery, and illegal possession of firearms were initiated from various jurisdictions in Washington and Oregon.
I actually think we're almost done.
No, not yet. So, in the summer of 81, Woodfield was tried in Salem for the murder of Hull, as well as charges of sodomy and attempted murder of Wilmot. Wilmot testified against him in the trial and was key in the prosecution's conviction. Chris Van Dyke, son of actor Dick Van Dyke, was the Marion County, Oregon district attorney at the time.
Wow.
And prosecuted the case.
That is actually, I did not know that part of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Melissa's birthday is March 7th. Wow.
A month after my birthday.
Exactly. Talking about mine, apparently.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, okay. Excuse me. Van Dyke would later characterize Woodfield as the coldest, most detached defendant I've ever seen. On June 26, 1981, after 3.5 hours of deliberation, even less than the Amber Turd.
How long was it again? Say that again. 3 hours?
3.5 hours. That's it.
They had him dead to rights.
Well, he was convicted on all accounts and sentenced to life in prison plus 90 years.
And this also fell into 1981. When did they reinstate the death penalty? It was in the 70s when they reinstated the death penalty. I don't think
79.
I don't think Oregon had the death penalty.
Oh, hey! Jennifer's is the 8th. That is awesome. So in October of 81, a second trial was held in Benton County, Oregon, which Woodfield received sodomy and weapons charges tied to one of the attacks in the restaurant, the one that was in the restaurant bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to this trial, his counsel attempted to move the trial from Willamette Valley. He felt that owing to the publicity the case received, Woodfield would not get a fair trial there. They
try every trick in the book to try to get him off, but the reality of it is no. The publicity it's all over the United States.
The reason it was so public was because of who he was.
He was an ex NFL player.
He went everywhere.
Yeah.
And again, we are going to talk about Aaron Hernandez.
I'm actually surprised he didn't get federal charges and everything like that put onto him
for going across
state lines.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was partially because the bodies were not dumped across state lines, so nobody was pulled across state lines. It doesn't matter.
He committed a crime in a different state.
That's true.
Where he was resident.
It did give jurisdiction though to the FBI if they wanted it.
Which at the time, this is when the FBI, the whole Mindhunter. If anybody's seen Mindhunter, this is when I can't think of their names right now, but this is when they were almost done compiling their information and everything like that. Their not their psych test, but their profiling, all that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the judge in the case denied counsel's request, along with a request to hypnotize a prosecution witness in an effort to determine if that witness had been influenced by the media coverage.
Okay, seriously, let's get in real fast. Okay. Past life regressions is basically, this is what right there, what they're trying to do. That right there, I'm sorry, I do agree with that. That should not have been allowed, and it wasn't allowed. That right there is actually what kicked off the satanic panic is past life regressions and all this other stuff. Literally, like, oh my God, I'm remembering stuff that actually wasn't there.
Again, Coca-Cola, please sponsor me. Please send me all your Starlight limited edition. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It tastes like graham crackers and cotton candy. So sorry. Woodfield was convicted by the jury and had an additional 35 years added to his already instated sentence. So that's life imprisonment plus 90 years plus 35 years.
So he's
fucked. I mean, they're going to just keep his corpse and kick it around for a while.
He's guaranteed to at least, so let's say he could live. If he's immortal, he's at least guaranteed to do 125 years right there.
No. Plus 125 years.
No, I know, life plus. So if he can die and then if he can resurrect, then it comes back. He only has to serve 125 years. But then again, if he could resurrect, it's like I don't think you're getting out anyway. They're gonna
or just keep his corpse in there and kick it around a little bit for a while. I mean, I think that's deserved.
And this guy is actually still alive right now in prison.
Yep.
So
fucker. So, despite the apparent links with countless other crimes and homicides, Woodfield would not be prosecuted for the majority of the crimes that he was believed to have committed. Unable to afford multiple trials, the state of Oregon was satisfied with the existing life sentence.
Well, I also, going back into what we said yesterday, he still to this day is not admitted to any of it. And I don't think he would take, unless they found the bodies or whatever happened, he also didn't take them to anywhere, because he didn't admit to it, so he didn't take them to anywhere bodies were or anything like that.
Yeah.
So,
how can you not taste the cotton candy? It tastes like graham crackers up front, cotton candy at the back.
That was so dirty, actually, the way that sounded. I got your cotton candy at the back.
Oh my God. Okay.
Sorry.
No, I'm just stuffy. So, post-conviction, Woodfield is serving his sentences at the Oregon State Penitentiary in Salem.
Well, that's
my mom moved next to a.
That's the capital, and that's where.
I'm not shocked. She probably writes.
I'm surprised they don't have a major prison facility in Bend, Oregon, where the Oregon Desert is.
Sorry.
Where the Oregon Desert and everything is.
Well, yeah. So in October of 1983, he was injured by a fellow inmate during a prison disturbance.
Prison dispute. You're going to give me some of that love. That's probably what happened.
During a prison disturbance. In April of 87, Woodfield filed a $12 million libel suit against author Anne Rule. The author had written the I5killer. The account of Woodfield's life and crime spree became a best-selling book in 84. The federal court in Oregon dismissed the lawsuit in January of 88, citing that the statute of limitations on such a lawsuit had expired.
Well, regardless, he can't make money off of anything being that he's in prison.
Well, she was suing him for libel. I mean, he was suing her for libel.
Oh my God.
Saying that, she was smearing his name. You're convicted of this shit.
You literally smeared your own name, guy. You literally smeared your own name. If you were not exposing yourself to girls, if you were not freaking raping people, if you didn't kill people, you wouldn't be here right now, and this person wouldn't be making money off of you. So honestly, this person actually deserves to be making money off of you, stuff like that. And honestly, I'm pretty sure some of it actually did go to the victims and everything.
I hope
the victims' families. I mean,
I think actually there was a ruling that some of the money had to.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I read
most of the time when they do write books like this, it actually does go to the victims.
Yes, that's right. Anne Rule worked with Ted Bundy on the suicide hotline.
She did. She wrote a book about that too, I think.
Yes, she did. She also wrote a book about
that. Is insane. Can you believe?
That was the one where the family sued. That's the one I was thinking of. Where the money went from the book to the family.
Ted Bundy actually saved lives. He did.
And then
he actually saved lives on that hotline, and then turned around and took like 35 people's lives or something like that. Mm-hmm. No, I think it was like 20 something. Was it? I can't remember. 27 or something.
I don't remember right now.
So
don't put me on the spot like that.
Modus operandi and victim.
We're not there yet.
Oh, sorry. Next one.
So by 1990, after the discovery of more victims, Woodfield was suspected to have killed as many as 44 people. In 2001 and 2006, DNA tests linked Woodfield to 2 additional murders in Oregon that had occurred from 1980 to 81. During his time in the penitentiary, Woodfield had married 3 times and been divorced twice. Some letters he wrote from prison were sold online as a collection tied to the serial killer letters and published by the Charles Press. One of these letters he wrote to journalist Jennifer Furrio. You only care to know why murderers strike out in anger or rage. How should I know? What a question, Jenny. Care to write more personally? Share a photo? Talk once by phone? Your choice. Ciao. Randall Woodfield.
There's actually nothing here to say because you're a bastard.
Yeah. I just like how he was like, well, it's him still trying to maintain his innocence.
No, it's the whole narcissism aspect of it. It's the borderline personality. He doesn't really believe he did anything wrong. He doesn't. He
thinks everyone had it coming.
I don't even think it's that. I don't think he comprehends. He doesn't have the empathy skills to understand.
So then he's a psychopath, not just a narcissist.
No, he is. That's all under the.
No, well, borderline personality disorder. They are not psychopaths.
But
most of them are sociopaths. But so all psychopaths are narcissists. But not all narcissists are psychopaths.
Well, I'm not saying they are. I'm saying that this guy was very.
Hi,
much,
Tia.
This guy is very much a psychopath, or at least, very least, a sociopath.
Oh no, I'm going with dark triad on this one.
Yeah, but the borderline personality disorder does encompass all that stuff.
I'm going with dark triad. I'm gonna. Because there's definitely some Machiavellianism in there.
Yeah, he was very much a thrill seeker. That's what he was doing, and he kept upping his game. He kept escalating to him So he kept one-upping himself, is what happened. And then also one thing that the notes aren't saying here is that actually what got him caught is that he was killing basically his own. I mean, they did mention it, but one of the last one I think he killed was someone he knew personally.
All of them.
Yeah. That's that. If he didn't do that, if he was actually killing randomly, he would have actually been. He would have been doing it a lot longer.
Hi, Raven.
Hi, Raven.
I don't see you yet, but I know you're in here.
Yep.
So, when we refer to the dark triad, by the way, we are referring to psychopathy, Machiavellianism, and narcissism.
What is the other? What's the? I thought also. What was the 3? Or the whatever.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the. Oh, I can't think of it. Where a serial killer they all share certain traits where they wet the bed.
Oh well, that's not.
And like I know
a lot of times it's, but they're not. See, but that one's not an exact science either because
no, it's not.
They're talking about frontal lobe damage, wetting the bed, abuse of some sort. Killing animals.
The vast majority of serial killers actually have
wet
the bed.
It committed
animal mutilations.
Definitely. But the dark triad is narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy.
I always, right before we start the show, I always know to have these terms in my head. The minute we start, everything is gone.
Yeah. So let's talk about the modus operandi and victim profile.
Commercial.
Oh, we're at 30 minutes, so let's go to commercial. We will be right back if I can find the freaking commercial.
I set it up right at the top. Third one down.
Okay, thank you. All right. Now I'm trying to figure out how to work the dark triad into my show. Well, you do have you talk a lot about horror movies. There are certain iconic serial killers within the horror movies that do exhibit the dark triad.
Well, they're written, yeah. But did you know the funniest thing about serial killers? The vast majority of them actually listen to like easy listening music and stuff like that. There's actually none of them really that actually listen to heavy metal. Besides, I can't think of he was in Alaska. He was a killer. He was the new metal killer. Which new metal?
Well, there was
new metal's fucking
Richard
terrible.
Ramirez, but at the time he was considering AC/DC metal. So
well, actually, I would say AC/DC is metal, but it's not. I'm not talking about.
I vehemently disagree with that. But at the time, it was metal.
Technically, if you're going by what Lemmy said, because Lemmy is God.
Hi.
If you're going by what Lemmy said, Lemmy is God. There, it's all rock and roll. It doesn't matter.
No. Let me quote him.
Go ahead.
He said, "Punk and metal are the same thing, just different hairstyles."
It's all rock and roll.
So, I miss Lemmy. Okay, so again, modus operandi and victim profile. The majority of Woodfield's victims were thin white women that were in their 20s, many of middle-class backgrounds. A great many of his victims, particularly in instances of robbery and sexual assault, were young employees of restaurants and convenience stores located along the I-5, which Woodfield traversed in his 74 Champagne edition gold Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh no, another one with a Volkswagen Beetle.
The wheels on the bug go round and round.
Oh, okay, what is that he just brought?
Okay, so we got somebody over on Twitch. Hi.
Hello.
If serial killers have those traits in common, are they suggesting parents, teachers, and friends turn them over to authorities? Sort of lock them up under pre-crime charge, like in the movie Minority Report?
Not one bit.
No.
What they're saying is that if you can catch this stuff early on and you see
counseling
and actually get them into therapy and stuff like that.
Now, even that doesn't always work.
But the vast majority of look at Jeffrey Dahmer, for example. Jeffrey Dahmer actually had
nice movie reference though.
Oh, yeah, Minority Report's actually pretty good. I actually, as crazy as Tom Cruise is, I do like his movies.
Yeah.
But look at Jeffrey Dahmer, for example. If he is a prime example that if he would have got the counseling, if he would have got the proper medication, there is a chance that he actually wouldn't have killed anybody.
He probably could have been a senator.
Because once he got it, not Jeffrey Dahmer. No.
Oh, not Dahmer. Not Dahmer. I thought you were talking about Bundy.
No.
See, I wasn't listening to you this time.
I don't think Ted Bundy, even if you got him the proper medication and all this other stuff, he would have still been Ted Bundy. Just like Edmund Kemper, he would have still been Edmund Kemper.
True.
But Jeffrey Dahmer is one of those people that you can actually say, because once he got in prison and got on the proper medication,
he was all
those thoughts started getting away from him, and he actually started he still couldn't empathize, but he understood what he did was wrong. Actually, even while he was killing, their whole reason why he had to slam alcohol and stuff like that was because he didn't like that. He wanted the end result.
Like the blood.
He didn't like killing people. He knew on some level it was wrong, obviously, because he was obviously hiding bodies and stuff like that. But it's just one of those things. If you see there's a problem, and you try to get people help, proper help, you have a chance of actually saving them and keeping things from happening.
So there's also another aspect to this that I was thinking about that. So say, because I don't know if you were referring to the Dark Triad or if you were referring to like bedwetting and all that kind of stuff. Just because somebody wets the bed doesn't mean they're going to be a serial killer.
No, but if they share like...
But if they're mutilating animals, then absolutely turn them over to the authorities.
Not get them help.
But still, authorities, killing animals.
Yeah. And this usually happens...
But also, yes.
This happens with kids and stuff like that, not like adults. By the time they get to be an adult, they're already gone.
So many serial killers drove VW Bugs, a car that owes its origins to the evil German guy with the funny mustache.
Well... They were actually a pretty cheap mode of transportation back in the 70s, so...
Gonna not make my comment.
But then again, Ted Bundy loved his VW Bugs. And
I did not see that coming.
when he went on a run, like, he actually stole a red VW Bug. It was something that he wanted to do.
I came home from the hospital in a red VW Bug.
Oh, no.
A 72 Super Beetle.
Spin. Some
just need the 9mm treatment.
This is very true. You can't.
Kitty.
Once they go down that road of, usually what happens is they accidentally kill someone, and then once they go down that road, then they like it. They see that they can get away with it, especially if they're empowered by it and they get away with it. Then they just keep doing it.
I was actually watching an episode of Criminal Minds today, and there was an interesting episode that was kind of reminiscent of that movie Falling Down.
Yeah. I forgot to bring Twitch up.
Oh
no, go ahead.
It was kind of reminiscent. No, they'd be called mass killers.
No, they're mass killers and stuff like that. They Richard Chase actually almost falls under the mass killer.
Yeah. These are good questions.
Yeah.
Well, no. So I was watching a movie earlier. An episode of Criminal Minds today, and it was one of those ones where it reminded me of a serial killer that I couldn't quite place, but it was a spree killer, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He was emasculated at home. His wife made more money than him. He had a trauma in his life. His daughter was hit by a car and killed, the youngest daughter. He blamed himself. He started spiraling because of it. He got cut off on the road by a woman who resembled his wife, but also started doing the yelling and bitching thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it triggered him, and he happened to have the shotgun in his car and shot her. And this is actually what triggered his spree.
The problem with shows like that is they actually...
it's not
completely... They almost give these people an excuse.
No, not at all in this one.
Well, I'm just saying the vast majority of these shows, they almost give them an excuse. It's like Dexter. Dexter's a great show, but honestly, the whole idea of his father knowing that he's going to be a serial killer and just redirecting his bloodlust to criminals. I get that,
but my point is everybody has a trigger. It's true. All of them have a trigger. Some of them are minute. Some of them are major. Some of them are complete, life-changing, obviously.
Some people just snappy. You can't help it.
You can't help it. Like in this situation, which was obviously a false situation, he was at the point where he has snapped, and he was imagining.
Hi, Angie. Sorry,
I already said hi, Angie.
No, I forgot to say hi, Angie.
And he basically, these people are going, "Are you all right?" In his head, they were laughing at him.
Yeah.
And
that would actually be more along the lines of induced schizophrenia.
It is.
Or something like that.
It absolutely is. And in the end, he ended up killing his entire family.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you know you can change a Beetle engine with a... Yes.
Yeah, they're pancake engines. I think isn't it Volkswagen the one who they're the parent company for Porsche?
That would be awesome. I want to do it now.
The Baja Bugs A lot of them put portions and everything in there because it's so much.
I love Baja Bugs so much.
Honestly,
Okay.
I can't stand Volkswagen Beetles. I'm too
I
big
love
for them.
them.
They're too loud. I had friends who put freaking systems in there, and they were still louder than the system. I just can't stand them.
I want a bug.
I can't.
Actually, I want a thing.
Still,
I want the amphibious thing.
Have you seen the new Chevelles? Oh dear God, the new Chevelles.
Yo, those are beautiful. All right, let's get back into this. So, in some instances, Woodfield's attacks were undertaken entirely at random, while in others, the murders were incited by rejected sexual advances. His level of acquaintance with his victims varied. Some he knew personally, while others were complete strangers. During his robberies, assaults, and killings, Woodfield typically concealed his identity by wearing a hoodie, a fake beard, and, most curiously, a strip of athletic tape across his nose. Police believe Woodfield may have done so to obscure his features and prevent victims from identifying him in a police lineup. Well, no shit.
No fucking shit. Yes, I know.
I had to bring it back up. I'm sorry. Because they were talking about it. And I mean, Francois. And then there's the tape that they're talking about up here. And these fake beards. Roz.
Natalie, Susan says she used to have a bug.
They're fun to drive. They are.
I can't stand them.
I had a 70.
I can't. I've never liked them. I'm sorry. I'm the exception to the rule. I've never liked VW bugs.
My bug actually ended up being in Lethal Weapon.
Well, technically, it wasn't your bug. You were still like kid.
It was mine. It was mine. My sister had a bug and it was loud. Yep. It's the Renaissance Fair Slasher.
Tree Huger Bomber.
the Tree Huger Bomber. So, and most curious. Okay. Police believed that he may have done so to obscure his features and prevent victims from identifying him in a police lineup.
Da, da, da.
Woodfield's victims were typically killed via gunshot, and his crimes were sexually motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Lawrence, a detective for Portland's cold case unit, noticed Woodfield's lack of remorse or responsibility for his crimes, saying, if you're talking about somebody moving towards some form of rehabilitation, they had to at some point acknowledge that they are responsible for their own behaviors. That's not Randy Woodfield.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's very much borderline personality disorder. He just didn't care.
I'm not saying no, because borderline personality disorder will at least admit something if they think that they can get something out of it.
He doesn't think
a narcissist
here's the thing, he doesn't
will always deny.
But he knows he's not getting anything out of this, so he said, "Screw it, I'm not."
Yeah, see, this is the thing. He's dark triad, not borderline.
Okay,
that's my. We could disagree. I'm just saying.
Hey, Cosmo, what's going on?
Hey, Cosmo!
Oh, we love you too.
If you can't stand Beatles, you truly...
What is it? What?
You will truly hate Travis.
What is a Travis?
I don't know.
I can't remember what they are.
I don't think the neighbors liked it, though.
Oh, thanks, man. That's rad.
I'm going to die right now. Sorry. Okay. Whew. So, Lawrence also noted that Woodfield's egotism during his early interrogations, when he was interviewed, he'd tell detectives that he'd never rape a girl. He said he didn't have it. They wanted, or that he didn't have to. They wanted him. Anne Rule, who documented Woodfield's crimes in her book, The I5killer, suggested that rejection and feelings of inadequacy were factors that drove him to violence, particularly against women. Also, she characterized Woodfield as a smooth ladies' man whose good looks and disposition aided his ability to trap victims. Unlike many serial killers whose killing patterns are characterized by intervals or cool-off periods, Woodfield's murders and other crimes escalated rapidly, increasing in successive frequency.
Basically,
he was in berserker mode the entire time.
Yep.
So it's actually an East German car, also called Trash on Wheels.
Put the car in H. It'll go faster.
Why did it turn Russian?
Because, well, Russians ran East Germany, I
I know.
think.
Sure.
Did you have to get it across the Berlin Wall to drive it?
Trying to pick it up. Like...
In East Germany, the car drives you.
So, yeah, right. What a dickbag. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, he's terrible. He, freaking, Rodney. I was supposed to say Rodney.
Official name is a Trabant. Oh, Trabant.
Trabant. Okay, I know what they are now. Yeah. Randy Woodfield is a total scumbag.
So, one of the interesting things about him is he did mention the use of steroids, and that he actually blamed his flashing and all that. Like,
but he started flashing before he started using
yes.
steroids. He was flashing women and everything like that in junior high. That's when he really started doing it.
The Trabbie had fenders made out of laminated fabric. They weren't even steel.
That's all they had.
But yeah, so it is highly possible that with the amount of steroids that he possibly used, he could have done some damage to his downstairs.
Yeah, but with how sexually active he was, I don't think he, other than the normal damage he would do, he was still oversexed. It didn't. He was.
But what they were trying to say is his inadequacy is what caused him to lash out.
Oh.
And so that's what I was trying to say with the with the steroids.
Possibly, but I think it was more his inadequacy, his inadequacy to be intimate with someone who.
Oh, he is. He's in prison. He has been since 1981 or 82. It only took 3 hours for them to put him in prison for life plus 125 years.
But no, he I really think it was just the fact that he didn't know how to be intimate with someone that he was close to. So, but once he was in control, he was able to get it up and do things.
Would you classify a fictional character like Charles Bronson a serial killer? Despite motive being noble, he is laying waste to people who... What?
There are several serial killers that actually... I can't think of the one down south. He was going around killing people, killing other killers. But the problem with that is he would definitely be a serial killer. There's a few people who did that. I can't think of the guy's name. He's from Brazil. He's even said they've actually let him out, and I'm not sure if he's done it again.
Oh, I remember what you're talking about.
He's a missionary. They're missionary killers, is what they are.
Yeah. So missionary killers are still serial killers.
Oh yeah, that's just. He believes if you committed a crime, or in his head that if you committed something wrong or whatever, he justifies it in his head to go off and kill these people. A lot of sexually motivated killers are the same way.
I was going to say, are you referring to somebody like Punisher?
Mm-hmm.
Frank Castle.
Frank Castle is insane.
He's absolutely insane,
and he is very much. Can you hand me? Is there a tower right there?
He is a serial killer, even though he's a serial killer that you like to like.
Well,
or you like to cheer on almost.
You want to cheer him on, but the fact of the matter is if they get their information wrong, with Dexter is a prime example of a better than Charles Bronson. Dexter would be a prime example. What if a fictional character a missionary killer is? And I think even Dexter in the show actually messed up a couple times where he killed someone who was actually innocent. Then he found out later on, and his OCD really took over and all.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly remorse. It was.
I did the wrong thing.
Yeah, it was because he messed up his ritual, if you want to call it that. So and they did a really good job in that show showing he really does play a good psychopath. Yeah. You know who plays a really good psychopath? The guy that plays Norman Bates.
Oh, not
he's
Norman
also
Bates. The first Psycho, but what's his face? Not the first one.
No, in Bates Motel.
I can't think of his name. He also plays as the Good Doctor.
Yeah, he's in Good Doctor.
His first movie ever was what's his face? Is who did Beetlejuice? His Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
He played Charlie.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name. Not Norman. I was about to say Norman Bates.
But the guy who plays Norman Bates. He is also really good at
plays a good psycho. He plays a good
psychopath.
Who has a what's it called? A borderline personality. Not body dysmorphia, but where it's multiple personalities, but it's different. It's because multiple personality is actually not a real thing anymore.
No, it's I don't think I can't think of
dissociative identity disorder or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's dissociative. Yeah,
that's basically what he is.
Yeah, he's been in there for quite some time,
Yeah.
and he will not be getting out ever
No,
until he dies.
won't.
And I hope they kick his corpse for years to come.
In his 70s now, almost 80. He doesn't even have the strength.
Which one? There's a few.
There's a few. Yes.
And yes, they are.
They try to do their shit. Oh, that's all right. Well, when we're done here, I'll tell you about our thing that we're doing, our game.
Yes. All right, so let's get into victims because you don't want to miss, talking about the victims. So Woodfield never confessed to any of the murders.
Not that we don't want to talk. We want to name them.
We want them to at least be known because everybody always focuses on the bad guy and never pays attention to the person who was the victim.
Yes.
So Woodfield never confessed to any of the murders of which he has been accused or linked to though convicted only of one murder, which was Sherry Hull. Woodfield has been linked to numerous other murders via DNA and other methods. Criminologists and detectives have provided estimated total numbers of killings ranging from 25 to 44 unsolved homicides. Woodfield is also estimated to have committed at least 60 unsolved rapes. The following is a list of Woodfield's confirmed victims. October 9th, 1980, Sherry Lynn Ayers, 29, former classmate of Woodfield's. She was actually a classmate from second grade into college.
She was actually there for him when he was having issues.
Yeah. Was found in her Portland home on October 11th and was bludgeoned and stabbed multiple times in the neck.
I want to say that actually not issues, but when he was flashing and went to jail for.
She still defended him.
She defended him.
She actually wrote letters.
She actually was trying to help him and all this other stuff. And
she corresponded.
He lost it and went after her too.
Well, again, it was a matter of she turned him down.
Mm-hmm.
I believe she had a boyfriend and he made sexual advances at her. And she said, whoa, no, hey, we're just friends.
That's the next one.
No, this is the one that had a guy there too.
Yep.
So Darcy Renee Fix, which was actually an ex-girlfriend of a friend of his from college. This was November 27th. And Douglas Keith Altig, 24. They were both found shot to death with a .32 revolver. And they had actually been bound and shot execution style. December 21st, unnamed woman, 25, assaulted at gunpoint in a Seattle restroom, forced to jack him off. And she actually survived.
You could. That's wow.
Yeah. So let's go into 1981. January 11th, Susie Bennett, age 20, a market clerk in Sutherland, Oregon, shot by Woodfield during a robbery, and she survived. January 18th, Sherry Lynn Hull, 20, and Beth Wilmot, 20. They were employees at a Transamerica office in Kaiser, Oregon, accosted by Woodfield during their evening work shift. They were both sexually assaulted, and he shot them both in the head. Hull died immediately, and he left Wilmot to bleed to death, but she survived. Mm-hmm. And she was the key witness to getting him life.
I was hoping that actually happened. That she was actually there to, because we didn't actually. We
did.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah, she was the key witness.
Yep.
So, February 3rd, an unnamed woman, 18, kidnapped at gunpoint and raped near Redding, California, in the morning hours, and she survived. Also on February 3rd, Donna Lee Eckerd, 37, and her daughter Janelle Charlotte Jarvis, 14. Both found sexually assaulted and shot to death in their Shasta County home. Jarvis was determined to have been sodomized after death. I'm sorry, I should have done a trigger warning on that one.
Yeah, we should have done it the other way.
Trigger warning, guys. February 4th, unnamed woman kidnapped and raped in Eureka, California, survived. February 15th, Julie Ann Wrights, 18, raped and shot to death in her Beaverton, Oregon home around 4 a.m. and was an acquaintance of Woodfield's through his job as a bouncer.
So from October 9th, 1980 to February 15th, 1981.
And these are just the ones that they are definitive,
They know that for sure that he did this. But I mean, think about that. He was like straight up. He went right into berserk mode and didn't stop.
Yeah.
There was no cooling off period. Like they said, there was nothing for him. He just kept going.
So retracing So these are other possible victims. Retracing his movements along Interstate 5, law enforcement have identified at least 25 other potential murders, while other estimations suggest up to 44. Most notable is Martha Morrison, 17, who disappeared in Eugene, Oregon in September of 74 and was found murdered the following month near Vancouver, Washington. Her remains were unidentified until 2015, but both Woodfield and Ted Bundy have been considered suspects in her murder. However, after Morrison's remains were identified, law enforcement reached out to the public in an effort to encourage people to come forward with tips. And in August of 2017, a bloodstain on a pistol owned by a longtime suspect, Warren Leslie Forrest, was matched to Morrison through DNA testing. During the spring of 1980, Marcia Weeder, 19, and Kathy Allen, 18, vanished while hitchhiking from Spokane, Washington area to their home in Fairbanks, Alaska. That is quite the hitchhike.
That is a huge trek.
Their bodies were found in May of 81. Suspected killer Martin Lee Sanders was later connected to their murders. But as of 2018, it still remains unsolved, and they think that it still could have been Woodfield.
Mm-hmm.
So, pop culture. In 2011, Woodfield was the subject of a Lifetime television film,
Jesus Christ.
Hunt for the I5killer. The film was based on the book by Anne Rule, The I5killer.
You haven't made it until you made it to Lifetime TV.
Right. In the film, Woodfield is portrayed by Canadian actor Tig Runyon.
No idea who that is.
I'll show you. You'd actually recognize him. But on February 14th, 2021, Stephanie Holman, subject of reality series The Real Housewives of Dallas, revealed her husband, Travis, had actually been babysat by Woodfield as a child.
Oh my God. Really? I actually don't believe that.
It's possible.
It's plausible.
I guess. So works cited Frank M. Latchman, Transforming Aggressions, Psychotherapy with difficult to treat patients. Jason Arnson, Inc., whatever. These are just our references, by the way, and I'm just going to say them anyway. So Jesse Limovsky, Matthew Rossetti, Charlie DeMarco, 2007. The Worst of Sports, Chumps, Cheats, and Chokers from the Games We Love, Random House. Anne Rule, the I5killer. Penguin Group did that one. Also Anne Rule, Kiss Me, Kill Me, Anne Rule's Crime Files. All right.
I think that's it.
That's about it. If you guys want to know more.
Currently rotting in jail right now, which is where he belongs.
Yes.
The I5killer starring Meredith Baxter. I can't read that one.
Baxter Bierney.
Oh.
Actually,
there's multiple. Again,
there's a few different I5
We're actually going to
killers.
try to get more into this because there's a whole bunch of different I5 killers. We actually might revisit some.
I5 Strangler, I5 Robber.
There's a couple that we've already covered. And I think because we might actually get back into it and actually recover them because we covered them at an earlier time when we weren't so good at this. And now we're actually a lot better at this.
Oh, yeah. So, still from that one group.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can't do anything about it, man. Sorry.
Yeah, that might actually be somebody who starts with the letter M, not the other one. Yeah, he was absolutely horrid. Absolutely. Seems like law enforcement has no real interest to catch the hardcore serial killers.
It's not that they have no interest in it. It's just that it's complicated. Serial killers, here's the thing with them. They're extremely random. Mm-hmm. And especially if you have ones like the Golden State Killer or what's his name? Samuel Little. Mm-hmm. It's just, they span from, he spanned from Texas and the South, going all the way even here to Bakersfield.
215 to 250.
And it's such a random thing to find these bodies everywhere that it's hard to link this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, in this day and age, it's getting easier and easier with the tech that we have. But if you're doing stuff along the highway system and stuff like that, it's next to impossible.
Oh, Susan, to answer the question, the skunt.
Oh, yeah. There's a few of them. But, okay, so real fast.
Oh, we have a game.
So here's the game. Okay, what we're going to be doing here from here on out within Psycho Bunny and Psycho Mansion
With
and
trolls.
with trolls. So whenever we get trolls here, what we're going to do is we are going to showcase them. And then we're also going to say, okay, so we're going to tell you guys, okay, we're going to be thinking, we're going to try to figure out who they are on ourselves, like with their grammar, with their verbiage, how they say things, with how smart they are or whatnot, with Rory stuff. So what we're going to do here is, if we ever get trolls in here, again,
message us personally.
Message us personally. I mean, if you want to go public with it, we can go public with it, because what we're going to do here is we got some trolls in on Mother de la Morte's show the other day.
Called her flat out a bitch, and I think I know who that one is.
Oh, no. And we actually found some stuff out with their Twitch accounts. And because they ended up blocking our Roots Bleed Red Twitch,
we know that it's someone we know.
We know it's ex-members. So what we're going to do here is we're going to showcase who they are. If you match up with what we're thinking who they are,
you win a prize.
You win merch, and we will send that merch to you. So from here on out, if we get trolls, that's what we're going to do. You will be showcased. We will get views off of you. We will make fun of you. We will name you, unless the person who says we would just want to do this privately, we won't name you then. But for the most part, we will name you, and we'll say, okay, we think it's this person, and that's that.
It was funny as shit.
Yeah. And like I said, you will get PBDC merch. You'll get Roots Bleed Red merch. You'll get stuff like that.
We're getting stickers soon.
Stickers.
I never have trolls. What the? Hey,
oh, there's the main troll right now. I'm kidding. Tyler is not a troll.
Like I give hookers the polling. Wait, I fucked up. I did it under my real name. What's up, Tyler?
But like I said, from now on, we're actually going to work on merch fast, where they're just going to all the ex-members going to chicken the shit out, and they're not going to do this now. But that's what we're going to do.
Angie, yes.
Guess the troll, and you will get merch. We promise you.
And our supporters will win fabulous prizes too.
Yes.
By
the way, hi Tyler, man. It's been a while. It's been a minute.
So, I just like this, Angie. Is someone who can't keep their mouth shut and likes causing problems. Yes.
That's a few of them.
Yep. We are. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I don't give a shit. We're doing fine.
I'm just coming off a huge kidney infection that I'm finally getting better from. So
I hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, hope you guys are doing well, Scurvy Face and
I heard the weather is starting to get a little shitty over there.
Oh, wow.
So
Susan says hi, Tyler. Natalie says hi, Tyler. So
are other hosts allowed to play?
Yes. Yeah. This is among Psycho Bunny, us, admins, editors, everything. It's for everybody. If you see trolls come in here, this is what we're going to do. Message us. Tell us.
I don't care.
Be right here. And if we see trolls coming in from our Twitch page, from our YouTube page, from our Facebook page, we will put you on blast, and we will guess who you are, and then we will put you on blast again. And the people who actually know who are saying the same things that we're saying, you will get the Psycho Bunny merch out of this.
Hey, we're not new. We were here when you were last.
We were all here. You
want necklaces made from troll tears? I don't have that, but I do have, like, toolbox stuff.
Bring up Tyler's. This is awesome.
We turn trolls and haters into t-shirts and patches and sell them to supporters. We love them at Scurry Face.
That's exactly, because we get views from you guys. Come in and troll us all you want. We get views, and we'll put you on blast.
We've done that too. In case you guys don't remember, we actually have the psychic and full of voodoo shirts and mugs and cups. We have the skunt shirts. And I do believe
we still have a box of Roots Bleed Red shirts that
we have Roots Bleed Red shirts. We have some
free, so
we have quite a few actually. And don't forget, we now have Monty merch.
By the way, guys, on a random note, we're only a couple of months away from spooky season. This is coming up fast. So
I mean, I can't wait for spooky season to get here. That's also meaning that we actually, people who need interviews and stuff.
The bunnies of chaos are coming for you. The bunnies of chaos are coming for you.
Good morning. Oh yes, the shirt actually says "Don't be a skunt." I would never create characters based upon trolls.
Oh no, we never do that.
I mean,
we never make fun of people here.
Just
Not
ask
once.
Eduardo. I'm sorry. The Harlequin hippo. You know, I was chatting with the Crimson Meerkat, but he's kind of annoying, and his grammar sucks. But he does have a few books.
More people what?
What?
Oh, Tyler Sitson. Oh, I saw their mother last week and her show, first time on PBDC as well. Oh, and over
yeah.
It was awesome to have you back, man. So, yeah, we saw you come in and everything like that.
Monty for class president. Sorry. More people have bought the Tylos as a drug dealer shirt than they have the red tie shirts.
We just honestly, we have a Tyler. I'll say this: we have a ton of merch that's just sitting around. We're like, okay, it's just time to get rid of it.
Yeah,
I'm starting to. Honestly, I'll say it when I go to work because I wear my normal clothes for work.
He keeps grabbing our merch.
I was starting to dip into our Roots Bleed Red box because
I
don't have time to do laundry, but I have a million of the shirts.
Speaking of, we owe Nadine a shirt, so please stop doing that.
I know we gotta get Nadine a shirt out of it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight for our Randall Woodfield, part 2.
Oh, there is another thing. So, what we're also, I know, right? I just don't do laundry. I just grab a shirt out of the merch box. Okay, so what we're going to also be doing with our podcast and stuff like that, from here on out, when we actually do the You Can't Sit with a podcast, we are going to be doing it. The live show will only strictly be on YouTube. So
yes.
If you want to be a part of that, go to our PBDC TV YouTube. There's Mother Day Lamort, Hexus, myself, and Aka. Dear God, I look fucking awesome with that mask on.
I know. I did some good photo editing, didn't I?
Yes. Mother Day Lamort looks awesome, man. And
I did not edit that.
She does the best with her stuff. I'm sorry. You can't beat her in video editing and photo editing and all this other stuff.
Oh, I know.
But
I did ours.
But what we're going to be doing from here on out with the YouTube, go to PBDC TV YouTube, like it, share it, follow it. Whenever we do our podcast episodes, we will be going straight to YouTube only for that. So that way, if you want to be a part of the conversation, then you can. If not, it'll still be audio. It'll still be up there. And then we'll be uploading everything to Spreaker and going to Spotify and the other places. Yeah.
So Wild Bill asked, "Do you still have the PBDC Zippo lighter?" And she says, "Yes."
Yes. Contact Susan. She'll get them to you, Wild Bill.
Do you discuss fictional serial killers and their motives, such as Thanos or any comic book killers? Wait. Would
Thanos be a serial killer, or would he be a mass killer?
Because it was instant.
Well, he did kill every time he went to a planet. He killed off half the population. So, but no, we can't.
We actually could get into some of that theory.
It's just harder to discuss that stuff because of copyright stuff. It would be straight up discussing it. We couldn't bring up images and everything like that.
Yeah, we couldn't bring up images, but because of fair use,
we can
discuss it.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility, and I really do like that idea.
It's a great suggestion.
Because I have a lot of characters that we could talk about. I mean, we can even go into Spawn.
I mean, Frank Castle is a big one.
Castle,
you brought up Charles Bronson and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not Charles Bronson, but what was his character's name?
I can't think of his name. But I know what you're talking about.
Oh, one of the movies I actually would love to discuss is
Zardoz.
Zardoz. We do still need to go back, and I forgot that we need to cover. we still didn't cover Zardoz. Stephen B. Kitty Cat, we need you on that one. Sean Connery. I can't do Sean Connery. So sad that he's dead. No, Running Scared, Paul Walker movie with Vera Farmiga. Not Vera, yeah. What's her face from Bates Motel? Running Scared is an absolutely great movie that I would love to get into.
Can you point to it?
Which one?
The Joker.
The Joker? Yeah, people have discussed the Joker so many times.
Yes, but
the Joker's great, but it's boring because he's been played so many times and played well. And I do love the Joker, but
you
I
can
don't know.
still discuss him as a serial killer.
I think right now actually discussing the Riddler from the new Batman movie. And
Ooh,
I know Tyler and me are going to have different opinions on this, but because I think I saw your post that it was okay, but I freaking love the Batman. I absolutely loved it.
See, yeah, which Joker? Honestly, we would go with the comic book one, I think, to begin with, but we can also discuss which ones are our favorites.
Several different Jokers. Okay, we are going to have to discuss it because I'm going to go off.
I mean, there's even like the gangster Joker.
Yeah. The gangster. Okay, for me. Okay, Jack Nicholson was awesome as the gangster Joker, but he's also the most boring for me.
Like which Batman?
Which Batman? Oh, we could go into this.
You know, I'm actually
Legion. Yes.
I'm quite impressed with
Legion,
Sparkles the Vampire as Batman.
I thought he did a great job.
Yeah.
I absolutely thought he did an awesome job. I liked the whole detective aspect of it. I loved
that it was year 2.
Well, I love the fact that it was year 2 Batman, where he's starting to doubt what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because he's year 1, he's just getting into, he's fresh into it. Year 2, he's basically straight up vigilante, but then he starts realizing, okay, I got to be more than this.
Mm-hmm.
Where he understands he's obviously, if you've seen the movie, you know what happens.
But we're not going to talk too much about it because it's still
year 2 Batman
fresh.
is actually pretty cool. No, Tyler, I'm not saying you hated it. Sorry.
Okay. He said I didn't hate it. I just didn't think it was a masterpiece. I
agree with that. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think it has potential to get there.
There were aspects of it that I was expecting that at one point I was like, oh, and then it didn't happen.
But I did like about it. I like the fact that he didn't crash in like everything else. It was straight up detective work, and it was straight up him just casually walking in. And I know that aspect of it got boring for a lot of people, but for me, I enjoyed that. I like seeing that.
Wild Bill says Keaton. Steve Begins Cat says Adam West.
Flashpoint's coming up, and Michael Keaton is reprising his role as Batman in 1989.
89, yeah.
Oh my god, I can't wait for that.
Well, Bill said he couldn't get into new Batman, but really loved the others. I was cracking up because I was like, I don't know how Sparkles is going to be. Robert Pattinson. Sparkles. But I will say that because I was like, oh, he's playing a new role, and then I really thought about it. No, he's just playing the same brooding role, just slightly darker.
Well, Tyler's comment. I felt like my 10-year-old daughter could have whooped his ass. You know what? I do slightly agree with that because this is Batman year 2, and people were making comparisons to Batman Sparkles, Batman year 2, and then Ben Affleck Batman, who was 20 years later, who was he was new into it. He's new into it. But Ben Affleck is I'm sorry, I know everyone else didn't like Batfleck, but he was, aside from Michael Keaton being my childhood favorite Batman, Ben Affleck is my absolute favorite Batman. I loved it. I loved it. It was grizzled Batman after Robin died. Second Robin, I can't think of his name, who became Red Hood. But it's Jason Todd. But it's also I'm sorry, I'm one of the few people who actually liked Jared Leto as the Joker. I did. I loved him.
Did not.
I loved him, especially in the Snyder cut when you see the end credits. I loved him as the Joker. He was great.
Affleck was also terrible.
He was terrible as Daredevil. Look, for me, Batfleck actually he regained a lot of respect for me from being a Supergirl by playing Batman. But the way they did Batman, and they're comparing this to Batman year 2 is inexperienced. Batman year 22 is grizzled and completely experienced and fucks everybody up.
You did it to me again.
I'm sorry.
And I don't remember what I was going to say.
No, Tyler says.
No, hold on.
Nolan's Batman.
Dark Knight, and then.
Yeah, the Dark Knight was cool. Nolan's Batman was young and was within 2 years and didn't get his ass beat as much as Pattinson did.
So, wait. Okay, going back to Daredevil. Yay! He is a superhero that is blind and has the superpower of vision.
No, he has the superpower of echolocation, which is technically a bat.
I was going to say, or a dolphin.
Yeah, but okay. Going back to Tyler's comment here, Nolan's Batman, I'm sorry, being year 2, he should be completely inexperienced, and he should be getting his ass whooped by criminals. He can't hit the ground running to be a badass from the start. I mean, sorry, it's cool to see the experience, build up. And I'm hoping that with the next movie that's coming out, and I'm not too thrilled with the Joker in this. I'm sorry. It's going to be a cool concept, but I'm not. Oh, she fucked up.
Okay, wait, hold on. Is the mail lady still harassing you, Tyler?
God.
No, she fucked off.
Oh, good.
Good.
I'm glad, Tyler. I saw that shit. Oh my God. But I'm hoping 5 years. I'm hoping the next movie is going to be like 5 years in, and we're actually going to see.
Sponsor me.
We're actually going to see Sparkles become more of an experienced Batman. And that's what I did enjoy about it because he did make mistakes.
Oh, wait.
Is Morbius a Batman? Well, technically he is. I mean, Batman. Not Batman. Justice League Gods Among Us or whatever it's called. The one where Zod fathered Superman, and then Wonder Woman was I can't think of her name. The Wonder Woman was one of what's his face. Darkseid's chick, I can't think of her name, but and then Batman and that was actually a mutated Man-Bat. I can't remember what his name was.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's a new echo look. Hey, I don't think I can ever do that good of a dolphin noise ever again. Just saying. I was gonna go over there and whoop her ass.
Oh yeah.
All right. Oh wait, Morbius pissed me off.
I heard it was not good.
Not once in the movie. Wait, hold on. He not once said in the movie to his victims, "Party of 5."
I heard the new Morbius wasn't good. I'm still gonna go watch it. Is Dracula Dead and Loving technically Batman? Dracula Dead and Loving is one of my favorite movies of all time. But technically he was. But I'm hoping I'm still gonna go watch Morbius. I still have to because I know there's.
I still haven't seen that. The 9 Rings, whatever. The fuck, what was that?
I'm sorry, man.
Shang-Chi?
Marvel's getting on my nerves. I'm gonna go see Thor. Not Thor Ragnarok. Thor: Love and Thunder because it's gonna be a great movie. But honestly, Doctor Strange was cool.
Oh man, I liked it.
Doctor Strange was really cool. It had its problems. It had its major problems. I didn't like that they relabeled the MCU as the 616 because the 616 is actually the main continuity for the comic books. The DCEU does things right. The DCEU is his own universe. The comic books is his own universe.
You just spoiled something, right?
Hey, you know what? You've already. It's been a while. No,
it has not been long enough. Okay.
The 616. It's already been announced, spoiled through TikTok and everything else. Yeah.
I just read a lot of comic books.
Yeah, Miss Marvel.
I gave up on the comic franchise movies. I love Doctor Strange. I do too.
I love Doctor Strange. I thought it was cool.
Yes, Miss Marvel sucks donkey nuts.
It's terrible.
Throw that shit in the garbage.
I heard Moon Knight is terrible. They're really fucking up the TV shows.
Really? I can't wait. I really actually do want to see it.
Okay, I'll take your advice on that, Stephen. If you could get, I'll go watch it. But the Eternals was terrible, absolutely terrible. I'm sorry, it was. They really messed things up with that.
I thought so too.
Doctor Strange was cool, and it's because honestly, yeah. Well, Sam Raimi saved it. Sam Raimi did Sam Raimi with it, and if you go in there, to watch Doctor Strange expecting the Sam Raimi movie, it's awesome. If you go in there, if you go in there expecting, a masterpiece from the MCU, you might be disappointed. But it's a Sam Raimi movie, and it's a freaking awesome Sam Raimi movie, and they do a lot of cool stuff in there. So,
I forgot what I was going to say again.
Sorry. I think we're
I think we're gonna have to do a comic book chat at some point here.
I think we can.
Because some of my favorite comic books are sitting back there. I'm a big DC fan. I always have been. My dad and I actually have a bit of a debate going on. I really like DC and I like Vertigo in particular because
Tyler and me can't be friends no more.
Because it gets dark. And the reason why my dad doesn't like DC and Vertigo as much as I do is the same exact reason I like it. He doesn't like how dark it is. So
okay, what?
We can't be friends with Vigo anymore.
Vigo the Carpathian.
I actually didn't see it. He watched it without me.
I watched it without Liz. But I'll say this with the movies and the internals. Marvel's fucking up the Secret Wars that's coming. They're fucking it up. It's terrible. That's what they're messing up real bad with it. And if you've seen Doctor Strange, the mid-credit scene, they're kind of messing it up even in that, but it's because the Secret Wars is going to be freaking. It should be awesome.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Those are my favorite ones. If you guys don't know, I guess I'll stand up and show it off. Oh, sorry. Can you move?
Okay.
I'm stuck. Death is my favorite character, as you can see here. Huge Neil Gaiman fan.
Yep.
We could definitely talk Gaiman. There is no Dana, only Zoo.
There is no Dana, only Zoo.
I feel like they're rushing without plugging in the proper pieces to Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so. And that was they could have really started it off with the Eternals, and they're just, I don't know.
I missed a comment.
Dracula is the true Batman. Batman versus Dracula was one of the coolest ones too.
Of course we know that line.
Yes. No, they are very much rushing. You can actually, even in the movies, you can feel it. Like throughout, again, I love Doctor Strange, but you can feel they rushed it too much.
Benadryl cucumber patch is awesome.
Yeah. But I'm actually glad too that they're still going to make another Doctor Strange movie. I'm hoping that Sam Raimi returns for that one. The one thing I'm actually very much looking for is to seeing is Evil Dead Rise, and because Sam Raimi did Doctor Strange, he was able to do Evil Dead Rise. So, but we still got to download the Evil Dead game. We finally got our Xbox Series S, which is absolutely I'm in love with it right now.
Speaking of, I totally want to play some Dragon Age.
Yeah, I still want to go back, and Thor is only going to be wait, what? Oh yeah. I figured that.
It is pretty short for that.
You're right. They are
Ghostbusters.
They are really rushing things, and it's going to be too little for what they have coming in with Gore the God Butcher. There's too much of a story there, and I'm hoping they continue it on.
You know, one of the things I'm actually really excited about is that they have his goats in it this time. And I think they have
I don't know.
I can't say his name. Ratatusker.
Technically, there's no Asgard, so there's no Tree of Yggdrasil in there. So
no, but I swear that I saw a squirrel.
Oh, we'll see.
But they have his goats, which I think is awesome.
Well, I think they're rushing again. They are rushing it by bringing Gore the God Butcher in without even bringing Null, the god of all the symbiotes and everything like that.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even be bringing Gore the God Butcher in until they do a whole thing with Null, or however you pronounce his name. But yeah, I'm still gonna go see it. I freaking love Chris Hemsworth as Thor. It's gonna be awesome for me. So just because I'm gonna go in with a biased view, no matter what. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna like it.
Technically, him being chubby was a more accurate Thor, just not dumpy.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. All right, we rambled on for an extra almost 30 minutes now, guys. So,
well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. This has been fun. I know we went from serial killers to comic books, but
Tyler, actually, we'll say this too, Tyler. If you want to come in here and with us and talk comics and stuff like that,
dude,
one of these
for
days,
real,
you're more than welcome. So
we could talk about comic books. We could talk about these movies, kind of critique them, all that. We just have to warn about spoilers.
By the way, guys, go check out Scary Face.
Of course.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody
Everyone
knows who Scary Face is.
Knows more about Scary Face than they do us. So I just spit everywhere.
Spit all over me.
But I just wanted to put that in there because Tyler's here.
Spitters are quitters.
Spitters are quitters. All right, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
See you later.
Bye.
I don't know, set the world I don't know,